a man that doesn't have any female friendships.
Bingo.
I don't want to date a man who only gets input from other men and who has all women in 2 categories: your mother or your aunties, or someone I want to sleep with. You have to have a broader spectrum on women and their value in your life if you're going to be with me.
Totally. Well, first off, only getting information and opinions from other men sounds terrifying.
Terrifying.
So I encourage that to not be what anybody does ever, but you're totally right, because the more we keep talking about, can you have friends of the opposite sex, the more I start feeling like everybody is like primal animals in a zoo. You literally cannot physically be around someone of the opposite sex without just like your clothes coming off. Like, I don't
Crazy.
do it. I don't, and I would never have any relationship that I'm ever in. Like, I'm not going to tell my partner, you can't be around women, because if I feel like I have to tell you that, what does that say about what I think you're like when I'm not with you? That I can't trust you to be around women, that like platonically. I would say that says more about my choices and who I'm with, because I'm never going to feel like I have to control you or I have to monitor the friendships that you are in.
So a man with no female friends is a gigantic red flag, but yet guys who have a lot or a few female friends is also a gigantic red flag. So some guys feel like we just can't win out here. So damn if you do, damn if you don't. Honestly, I don't think this is a red flag if he does not have any female friends. I think it's more of a red flag about how he treats a woman. To say that a guy with no female friends is a red flag, I think that's a bit disingenuous. Honestly, how many women out there are dating and they don't have any male friends? You know, they don't have any guys in their friend zone. They don't have someone that they could pick up the phone and say, hey, come over, and he'd be there at the drop of a hat. All women have those kind of guys in their phone. So for a guy to not have any female friends, he may not have any female friends, but doesn't mean he doesn't have any females that he is not cool with. He's not going to confide in a woman about his thoughts and his feelings or what he's going through or talking to out this day, or, hey, what's up? Just calling to see how you doing. You know, what's going on? You want to go grab a drink? That's not how guys work. We don't work that way. And honestly, that's not how females work with men, unless this is a guy that you are completely put in the friend zone. You would not sleep with him unless there was a catastrophic thing, or if he was the last man on earth. Let's be honest. Men and women act different when it comes to the opposite sex, because men, usually, if we are just single out here, it's either a family member, somebody we work with, or somebody we wouldn't mind smashing. Let's be honest, this is how guys work. But with women, you can have men all up in your phone, all in your DMs, and all around you. Would those guys hit with the opportunity? Absolutely. But you purposely keep them at a friend zone. You put them in a place where, okay, what can I get from this guy? He gonna help fix some stuff around my house. Or this dude, I will call him for some great business ideas or whatever. Or let's be honest, ladies, you probably got a guy on your phone who is gonna come over and scratch that itch every once in a while. That's how guys work. And then another thing, she said, I would never date a man who only turns to his guy friends for advice. Now, guys, you have to understand how women are, and sometimes you will not get that unless you talk to a woman. But most of the time, that's going to be a woman who is a family member. It's going to be your cousin. That might be your mother. That might be maybe your homeboy's wife or something like that. Because when guys talk to women, we tend to talk to women about dating advice who are not single. They are likely a family member, or they're married to somebody, or friend or buddy that we know. We're not really talking to women to shoot the breeze or whatever, and they are single. There's not a work relationship or something. We usually talk to women who are either married or they're a family or a family friend or something, really a family member, because there is no chance of there being any kind of sexual thing going on with them, because, guys who have any kind of respect for themselves, they're not going to mess with a married woman. And then your family, that's just nasty. Guys mostly turn to other men men for dating advice because that's who we're cool with. That's who our friends are. We might talk to a family member, but other than that, we're not really doing anything else. And let's be honest, with women, most of the time, y'all are talking to other women about dating advice. And you really ever really listen to men about what we want. Unless it's a gay guy, that don't count because y'all playing on the same team. So just stop with all this thinking that, women will talk to other men. You talk to other men. Maybe he's married, but most of the time you're not really talking to other men, confiding them. You're talking to your girlfriends. You're talking to your female cousins, your aunties, stuff like that. That's who you're really confiding in. And guys, we're kind of doing the same thing. They don't like the fact that men kind of put women in two different categories in general. Yes, the women who you have no interest with whatsoever for different reasons, and women you wouldn't mind smashing. Those are the two different categories. That's kind of about it. That's how guys are. And honestly, I don't think that they are really right in this situation. Really, you should be looking at a guy's character. It doesn't matter if he has female friends or who he turns to for advice, because honestly, as we all get older, our circle gets smaller. Our circle of real friends who know who we really are, who really know us down to the core, your circle gets a lot smaller as you get older, as you get wiser, as you climb the social economic ladder and you start to earn more money and you earn the promotion and you start a business and things like that. Your circle tends to get very small because there are very few people who you trust that is moving in the right direction. There's very few people who you trust that have your best interests at heart. And really, let's be honest, can men and women of the opposite sex really truly be friends? It all depends. And really, it kind of starts with, are they married? Are the female friend and the married friend, are they married? But even, let's be honest, there's sometimes when you got married people, they screwing each other. And most guys, if given the opportunity, he may be stuck in the friend zone, but all she got to do is say, oh, come over, I'm lonely, I need some, and he will drop everything at the hat to go over there and finally think he's going to get out the friend zone and get him some. Maybe he does, but most likely when a man is put in the friend zone, he is stuck there forever, and there is absolutely nothing that he can do. But for guys, when we're not really friends with a woman, we may be cool with somebody, we may be kind of kicking it, but we're not really friends with them. Friends is somebody who you talk to kind of on a regular basis. Friends is someone who you maybe you know of, maybe y'all follow each other on social media. You know about their family, you know about their kids, stuff like that, because they are with another person. It's extremely hard for a man to truly be friends with a woman when she is single and he is single, because there is an opportunity of y'all actually hooking up, of y'all actually dating each other, maybe seeing what this can go. But let's be honest, ladies, if you were dating a guy and he has some female friends, wouldn't you think some kind of way, like, who are these female friends? First, you're going to think, are they married? But if they are single, if maybe they're not work associates, if they're not a friend, a cousin or something or whatever, you're going to think, have y'all two ever hooked up? Does this woman pose a threat to me? Does this woman feel like she's going to get in the way? Is she's going to try to ruin our dating relationship because she might be jealous? This is what y'all think sometimes, but you have stuff like this and wondering why men are kind of focusing on themselves. You wonder why men are focusing on going to the gym, building their wealth, building their status, and most of all, men are all about having their peace, because all this stuff talking about red flag this, red flag that, there's so many women think that there's so many different red flags to men. But honestly, if you got a guy that's focused on you, that's focused on his spirituality, his body, his mental state, and he has great character, that's really what you need to pay attention to. Don't be worried about how many kind of friends he got and all this, that, and the third. Who is he at his core? What is his character? And then when you truly get to know a man and he brings you around his friends and he brings you around his circles, he introduces you to his homeboy, he introduces you to some of his family members, then you kind of see about who he decides to associate himself with, and you can further evaluate from there. But just to upfront and see that, oh, he don't have any female friends or he's got too many female friends, that's just kind of ruling out really who a good guy is, because you can't judge a guy fully upfront based upon how many female friends that he has. You judge a guy based upon his character. You judge about a guy based upon what he has done for his life, where he's looking to go with his life, how he treats you, and where he's looking to fit you into his life. That's really what you need to judge a man by. So ladies, don't be surprised if you see a lot of guys out here walking away from women, especially women who think like this, to try to control a man, want to control how many friends he has or doesn't have, or want him to behave a certain way. Let a man be a man. If a man wants to date you, if a man wants to court you, that is who he truly is. But if he just wants to smash, it don't matter if it's on the first date, the third date, the fifth date. If he just wants to smash and he's going to move on, that's what he's going to do. But a man that's out here looking to have a real relationship, looking to be married, looking to have a wife and kids, he is going to see who you are, whether y'all smash on the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth date. It does not matter to him. He is going to judge you based upon how your chemistry is together, if he's the kind of guy that's really out here looking for a real relationship and want to be married. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Did I get anything right? Did I get anything wrong? What do y'all think about this whole conversation about if a man doesn't have any female friends, it's a red flag? What do y'all think in general about all these red flags that's given to men just off of just kind of ridiculousness or just a woman's opinion? Let me know what y'all think, because I personally think there's a lot of women out there that think that, oh, a real man would do this, a real man would do that. You have a lot of women saying what a real man is when they themselves are not a man. So that's kind of crazy out here. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.